Hello everyone and welcome to 11 Plus Confidence, and it's Free Friday. So this goes out to all the subscribers, whether you're a free subscriber or a paid subscriber to the channel. Everyone is welcome to this video, and today we're looking at Verbal Reasoning, the CGP book for 9 to 10 year olds, page 16. Closest meaning. We get two groups of 3 words, and we have to choose one from each group that have the closest meaning. Quite a straightforward task. So here we've got chat, joke, hum, talk, think, listen. So chat and talk mean the most similar thing. So let's take a look at a few of these. Technique-wise, there's not a great deal to talk about, but let's look at them anyway, because it's about vocabulary and talk about how we can find the answers to these. So let's look at number 4. We got sweet, sad, ugly, foul, sour, and pretty. Okay. So maybe like sweet and pretty have an association. We might describe somebody as pretty, and we might say they're sweet. So they're both characteristics that we can assign to a person. But do they mean the same thing? Pretty is to do with physical attractiveness. Sweet is to do with character. Two different things. That's not the same. Kind of maybe linked a little bit in our head, but not the same. Ugly and foul both mean pretty much the same thing. Unpleasant to observe. So ugly and foul is our answer. Let's just do one or two more. So sing, shout, whisper, talk, laugh, murmur. I don't think there's too much option here. I mean, if we're looking at similar meanings, whisper and murmur both mean to talk quietly. Let's look at number 9. Cheap, lovely, precious, valuable, poor, and grind. Sometimes children go for cheap and poor because they're both to do with a lack or a low amount of money. So if something is cheap, it doesn't cost much money. If somebody's poor, they don't have much money. Again, we see an association there. But do they mean the same thing? No. An item that we purchase is cheap. Poor is to do with how much money the person's got. Cheap is to do with how much the thing they're buying is priced at. Precious and valuable both mean the same thing. Precious and valuable both mean the thing is of value. Is precious, is of value, like a diamond. It doesn't have to be a diamond, right? But, as an example. And let's just jump down to the bottom of the page and just look at a couple more. Accepting, wishful, friendly, amiable, dream, and future. Now, I'm going to guess that a lot of children may not know what this word means, amiable. Amiable means outgoing and friendly. Friendly. It's hard to define a word without giving the corresponding word that's the answer from the other set. Again, they might go for wishful and dream, because if I'm dreaming of something, I'm dreaming of, I can dream about getting, a horse for Christmas. And I can be wishful that I'll get a horse for Christmas. It's not the same thing. So we can use the word dream in the context of wishing, but dream doesn't necessarily mean that. To be wishful and to dream, it's not quite the same thing. Accuse, blame, forgive, release, pardon, apology. Well, they may well go for forgive and apology, because I say sorry, you forgive me, that's there's a tight association there between those two words. But an association isn't necessarily the closest in meaning. What we're looking for, it doesn't say close meaning, closest meaning. So it's the closest meaning. So, somebody can apologize to me for something, but it's up to me whether I forgive them or not. Do you accept the apology? So it's not the same thing, is it? To forgive someone and the apology, related but separate. So what really we're looking for here is you can forgive someone, and you can pardon someone. And you may need to explain to the child, the definition of the word pardon. Well, that was closest meaning. Pretty straightforward, except it's to do with the vocabulary. Vocabulary, never really straightforward, because we have, in the English language, we have so many words, and we have lots of words that mean kind of the same thing as other words, but subtly different. So it's not just about understanding what a word means. That's step one. It's understanding if the word has multiple meanings and the precise meaning. If we got two words that, two words rarely mean exactly the same thing. They can be used in slightly different ways. And as an adult talking to a child, we can see a word and we think, yeah, we use that word. We know what that word means. Then we come to explain it to a 10-year-old and it's like, oh yeah, okay, well, this is what it means. So do have a dictionary to hand, look things up, and really talk about the words to the child and ask, does the child understand the word? Can they use it in a sentence? Do they understand the subtleties between, some of the words, as I discussed in the video? And carry on doing that throughout the whole of the 11 plus process. Vocabulary, very useful. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next week for more verbal reasoning.